Hello my crafty friends, this is the card I'm making today. Isn't it lovely? It's a snowflake card, and this paper at the back is not actually paper, it's all stenciling, and then I've heat embossed on top of the snowflakes. I think you can catch a shine. I'm trying to see if you can catch a shine. Not very easily in the camera, but it is there. Yeah, there you can see a little bit of the shine. Anyway, let's get started. Let's put that there. This is a stencil I'm using. It's a snowflake stencil. It's from the Adorning collection. And I've got a piece here of my basic white pattern paper, basic white cardstock that measures 14.35 centimeters by 10 centimeters. And we're just going to decide where we want our image to go. So let's see. I think I want to catch these two big snowflakes here. So I'm going to put my piece of paper down, and I'm going to use some low tack tape. You could use some masking tape, anything. And if it feels a bit sticky, like I think this feels a little bit sticky, just stick it to your clothing. Don't tell your mother. And it'll take quite a bit of the stickiness off, and it'll be perfect. And I'm just going to stick my stencil down like this. I'm sticking it down from the reverse, as you can see. So just hold it in place. Stick it down like that. Okay. And we're going to be using our blending brushes. So I'm going to be using Pacific Point and Balmy Blue inks. So let's open those up. Let me get my card and put it out the way so I can see it getting covered in ink. Okay, so these are gorgeous blending brushes. So as you can see, I've got some ink still on it. This is from last time, so I'm going to use this up first. And you're just going to go around in circular motions, and little and often is much better. So I'm going to take some more ink now. And you're just building up the colour. As you can see, and I want a little bit more here, I think. And I just tap off the excess always, so my brush is not overloaded. I think I want it to be a bit darker around the edges. Okay, that's enough of that colour. I'll close that up for now. And now I'm going to use some of this Pacific Point, which is a much darker colour. And I'm just going to use this just to bring in some sort of highlights here and there. Okay, I think that's going to be good enough for now. Covered in ink as usual. Going to just gently take our card off. Yay! That doesn't look too bad. Got some nice differentiating colour, and because it was low tack tape, as you can see, it just pulls off the edges, and you can save that tape for another use, which is what I will do. So now, because I've got ink all over the stencil and I want to use it again, I'm going to go, actually I'm going to go and wash it, but in a second. First of all, I've got specific point ink out and I'm covered in ink. I'm going to do our stamping. Now I have here a 2-inch piece of basic white. This measures about 2 inches by 4 inches. And the stamp set I'm going to use is this one called Christmas to Remember. I'm going to use the sentiment here that says, may this be a Christmas to remember and cherish. So ink up our stamp, and I'm just going to stamp it towards the bottom of this piece, just like that. And I'm going to set that aside to dry, and I'm going to clean my stencil and I'll be back. Okay, so we have a cleanish stencil again. We're going to bring back our pieces of tape and we're going to fit the stencil back over our back over our, I'll get there in the end, back over our piece of paper. Okay, so as you can see, I've fitted the stencil back over. I just turned the camera off as there was quite a bit of noise outside. And now I'm just going to use Versamark ink through the stencil. Giving it a good coating. As you can see here with Versamark ink. And then I'm going to remove the stencil and these pieces of low tack tape. I'm going to bring in my clear embossing powder. That was clever of me. I've just spilt it all over the table. Luckily I think most of it has gone on my craft mat. Just trying to make sure everything is properly covered. As I shook it everywhere. Okay, so I'm going to heat set that and I'll be back. Okay, so I've heat set that and I've definitely got powder all over the desk, so that's going to have to stop procrastinating now and actually clean the desk up. Take everything off, wash it down, and then clean it with some alcohol wipes to get off any marks, and then it'll be ready to go again. So this is a Pacific Point Standard A6 card base. That's an A4 sheet cut in half and then folded in half. And I've just stuck down our piece of paper to that. Then I'm going to bring back the sentiment, if you remember, that we actually put together. And I'm going to use this fancy tag topper punch. And I'm going to cut off, I think, a little bit off the top. I think it's going to be a little bit too tall. So, and I've got a piece here of Pacific Point. I'm going to do exactly the same here. I'm going to put these both into the tag topper punch. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, get rid of these bits. And then I'm going to use some Tombow. And we're going to put things at a little bit of an angle. So, let's see. It's a bit difficult because everything is covered in powder because I spilt it everywhere. It's all over my hands, so I'm not impressed, as you can imagine, with myself. Let's put that one there, just like that. I'm not having a good day today, dropping everything. Stick everything down, give it a good press. There we go. And then we have some of this ribbon, and we're going to tie a bow as well on a day like today. Let's see how we do. This is the grey granite shimmer ribbon. Okay, I'm trying to get both tails to point the same way. I think that's as good as it's going to get today. Neaten it up a little bit. Yep, it will do for today. I'm going to stick this down with some glue dots. Just like that. Finishing touches, as everything's been knocked over today, knocked over the Tombow again. I think I'm going to put this here this time. Just some rhinestones. Okay, there are the two cards. What do you think? Love them, hate them? Let me know in the comments below. So I hope you did enjoy them. If you did enjoy this project, I'd be grateful if you could give it a thumbs up so YouTube know. And please don't forget to subscribe to future videos. If you're wanting more information about this project, the supply list, measurements, etc., it's all on the blog post on my website, and the links to that and all my social media links are in the description box below. So thank you again, and until next time, enjoy being creative. Bye bye.